Warning! This podcast contains I like turtles.
Forgot I was doing the intro. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for The Flash, Season 2, Episode 10, Potential Energy. I'm your host, Clio, and I forgot I was hosting how this works. Welcome back. With me, I have Dom.
Oh, hi! How's it going?
Oh my god, oh my god, I'm so happy.
Whoa!
The Flash is back.
You're being molested by the Flash on one cheek and Captain Cold on the other.
No, you have it wrong. I'm molesting them.
Oh. Okay, then. I would hate to see what Cisco would give you for a nickname.
Me too. Oh my gosh, this episode was very good.
It was.
It's very good. I was not even familiar with this meta.
No.
So it's meta.
No, I think this
Not
was
even
new.
a little familiar.
Nope, think this one was brand new.
Yeah. Well, no, this is based on something.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they had the same powers, but the turtle was an actual turtle man. Or
Turtle
the
man.
turtle.
Now, see, now all I can think of is
God, he looks like the Thing.
all I can think of now is Jingle All the Way. Ta-ta, Turtle Man.
Oh, he's an Earth 2 Jay Garrick. Not Earth 2. He's a Jay Garrick Flash
Gotcha.
villain, which is why I'm not so familiar with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were saying something.
No, I was just saying Jingle All the Way, Ta-ta, Turtle Man.
Oh. Yes.
I love that movie.
I have to start. We're back.
We are.
We're back after a while, and I have to start with Cisco.
Okay, let's do it.
He was, like, extra sassy this episode.
It's like...
And just, like, the kind of angry, fed-up sass that comes with dealing with Wells.
He's almost like, if I didn't know better, I'd say he was becoming like a diva.
Yeah.
You know, like, he just seems like he's bigger than his own britches. You know?
He quoted Moby Dick, like, the turtle is his white whale. All this stuff is so funny. And Barry's just like, you all knew about the turtle?
That was my favorite part of this episode. Like, they're having like a nonchalant conversation about like Wally West in like the West household, and then Iris is like, "Oh, you mean the turtle?" And he's like, "You knew too."
Yeah, that was so funny. Like, she's been part of Team Flash for the least amount of time,
Right.
And she knew about the turtle. I feel like that's something, though, that... What?
It's so ridiculous that I loved it.
I feel like the turtle is something that comes up, like, when there's a lull in activity, and Barry's never really around when there's a lull in activity.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why Barry sort of hasn't heard about the turtle.
Could
It's
be.
just so funny.
Yeah.
Like, he quotes Captain Ahab. This is like, oh my god.
I was waiting for like Captain Cold to come into the episode for some reason and be like, "Oh, you mean the turtle?" And Barry just be like, "Am I literally the only one who didn't know about him?" You know, that would have been amazing.
Cisco was complaining about the turtle when he was kidnapped. Oh, man.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy to have Cisco back.
He's great.
Like, just...
Absolutely great.
Yeah, that's what I had to say. about
Cisco's the best part of the show.
He really is. Like, constantly. But actually, the scenes with him and Harry were very, very interesting.
Yeah. I'm really digging Harry this time around.
Yeah.
I like him. Like, he's the complete opposite. You know, like, yes, he's got these like dark evil tendencies, but they're for completely different reasons.
Well, I think we're also comparing him to a Wells that wasn't Wells.
Right, that's
We're
true.
comparing him to Eobard.
That is true. Which,
So,
for the record, oh my god, that ending.
oh my god, that ending. I had to watch it twice. I'm like, is there something I missed? I don't see a connection. He just shows up. Where is he? It's like, what's happening?
Gideon, where am I? I was just like, oh shit.
Did she answer? She didn't answer.
She came out, and I don't remember what her response was.
I don't either. I was too busy like going.
Yeah, I was like foaming at the mouth, wanting more.
But you know what the best part about it is? We both get what we wanted. I wanted to see Eobard's actor more, and you wanted to see Wells's actor more, and we get both of them.
We do. So,
yay!
It's phenomenal.
Space and time.
It is. It's so good. So good. Now I'm curious if this Eobard is Earth 2 Eobard, or if it's Earth 1 corrective timeline.
That's the question.
But I'm leaning more toward Earth 2 because of the way Eddie went out in Season 1, because as soon as he was shot and killed, that's when Eobard disappeared.
Yeah.
So seems like Earth 1 Eobard cannot exist. So I feel like it has to be Earth 2 Eobard.
I don't know. I think it could be. I can't even. I don't know. I really don't. Like, I was thinking a lot about it, and I just had no ideas. Just nothing.
I know. I have to go with Earth 2, which would be really interesting if
I can't even.
If he, because Eobard is Reverse Flash. We got that much down. So if that ends up being our prediction, where Barry ends up being Zoom, that's going to be really interesting.
Oh my god! And the more we go on, the more they explain, about Zoom. Like, and they're not really explaining a lot about Zoom.
Mm-mm.
But the more I can see a corrupted Barry doing these things.
Yeah, same. And it's just like,
it's super scary.
And like when Zoom stole, in Barry's girlfriend in the dream, and and I was like, I'm sitting there looking. I was like, oh, this reminds me so much of Barry. Like, I'm sitting there looking, and I'm trying to like look around the eyes and stuff like that, and I'm like, I kind of see Barry in those eyes, but it's hard to tell with all the makeup and everything.
Yeah, and we're not gonna get the visual clues.
Right.
There, we've seen that with Reverse Flash. They're not gonna give it away that easy.
Nope.
But it's getting scary. Like, especially with Wells's explanation of like, he wanted the police to take him seriously, so he murdered them all. Oh, okay.
Left one to tell the story.
And then murdered him in his house later that night.
That's worse than the Reverse Flash ever was.
Yeah, no, completely.
I'm really hoping it's Barry.
Well, we're like, me too. It's gonna break my heart, but it'll be a fucking really good storytelling. And I have a feeling it's gonna be like...
What if it's Cisco?
No, stop. Get out of here. Leave this podcast.
Well, you said it was gonna break your heart, so I was like, what would actually break your heart?
That would actually break my heart. I would be... Listen, I've had some weird fangirling moments in front of my TV, but that would probably be the worst.
I don't even know if Clio would show up for the podcast.
I've shown up for heartbreaking podcasts before.
Yeah, but that's a horse of a different color.
Not that different. I mean, not to spoil any other shows, but we were just talking about a character that I was devastated about.
Yeah.
Anyway, this show's not about my fangirling. This is about the Flash.
Who's flashing who?
One more thing. I was gonna say one more thing about what we were talking about. Something about I think it's gonna be like the reveal of the Reverse Flash, where we were right, but they still gave it to us in a very satisfying way, where it wasn't just like we were right about everything. We were right about a little thing.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So they're definitely gonna pull another thing like that.
Like, we'll be right about Barry.
Very good.
I'm pretty confident we're going to be right about Barry, but not his motives or anything like that.
Yeah, everything else is going to be unexpected.
It'll be because, he didn't grow up with Joe, and, it'll be like what his life would have been like, and then Barry will appreciate Joe even more, so.
Not that he needs another reason, he already does.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Probably something like that.
But it's not that Barry would need it. It's more that Joe would need it. Because look at everything that's going on with Wally right now.
Yes. Speaking of Wally, he's a little passive aggressive there.
I mean, when you got the tour of the
detective.
Yeah, when you got the tour of the police station, and the kid was like, "Where are your cuffs?" I was like, "Oh no!" I go, "What is this kid into?" Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, exactly.
And
I was very proud of Joe for him not going on a huge lecture, which he could have, and is very Joe-like to do.
Yeah.
He didn't. He just said a thing about it and left it alone.
Instead, he pulled, Alicia Silverstone out of Batman and Robin, and snuck away to go do some street racing.
Yeah.
So and Joe just shows up, and I was just like, that's kind of creepy of you, Joe. But that's a very Joe thing to do.
It is very Joe. But Wally comes up and he's like, "You're having me followed," and then I'm like, "No, Joe followed you. That's not having you followed.
Right.
That's just Joe following you."
Right.
But I like that that's what Wally's about. Like, our street racing.
Yeah, at least it's not too bad, and he's got good reasons for doing it. He wants to help his mom and
his mama.
Yeah. So.
But I think he's definitely got a I need to be an adult complex when he's not ready to be an adult.
Yeah. And, he hasn't had a father figure in his life, so he stepped up to take that role, and he's very determined to keep it. And, now that his father's back in the picture, things are a little, rough on him. Like, he's got some traumatic stuff that he's dealing with, and Joe's kind of dealing with the same thing, reverse spectrum. Like, it's not Joe's fault. That's whether or not Wally understands that, it's a little bit of a different story, but Wally grew up thinking that his father abandoned him, walked out on him, and Joe just lived his life not knowing. Those are two completely different scenarios.
Yeah.
So it's going to take some time for both of them.
Yeah, but I mean, they're off to a good start. They shared Chinese food.
Kung Pao chicken.
Kung Pao chicken. And chow mein?
Wally doesn't like chow mein. He likes the Kung Pao chicken.
No.
I must agree with him.
Joe is eating the chow.
Yes.
A little bit of bonding. And I like that they, showed him as the teenage kid doing the illegal stuff, being a little snippy and angsty towards his dad.
Mm-hmm.
They sort of, at the end, he's a good guy, though. He's reasonable. He's not completely a douche.
Right.
He's a cool kid.
Yep.
So, very excited to see Wally in the future. Mm-hmm. Wondering how we're gonna
fuse him into the Speed Force.
Yeah, wondering how that's gonna happen. I hope they wait. Like, Wally's in the picture, but I hope that's a waiting sort of thing.
So here's my prediction for that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
End of this season, Barry is still hunting Zoom and goes into Earth 2 and gets trapped in Earth 2 chasing Zoom, leaving Earth 1 without a Flash and leaving Wally to step up and fill that role.
Yeah. That sounds good. Interesting.
That's how I see it working out. That's my headcanon.
We have a Flash, another Flash.
We do. Jay
isn't fast.
Yeah.
And is apparently dying. They didn't say what he's sick with.
No, not that I caught.
Just that Caitlin was like, DNA.
Yeah, she's like, I took your DNA off the champagne glass, and was like, you're the super creep.
Well, she knew something was up.
Yeah.
And bio does not lie.
No, and apparently, it's something that's gonna cause him to die if he doesn't get the Speed Force back.
Yeah.
So that requires taking care of Zoom. So now Caitlin is even more motivated than ever to take out Zoom.
Yeah, I don't see any of that going well.
No, never.
None of it. Yeah, I don't know. There's like, I still don't. We still don't know how Zoom is stealing people's speed, right?
No.
Because we can assume that this is not the first. Earth 2 was not the first world he went to and stole Speed Force from a speedster.
It's possible. Don't really know for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Is that he's been hopping worlds, been hopping dimensions.
It could be
stealing Speed Force.
Because there's definitely more than Earth 1 and Earth 2.
Yeah, he could be originally from Earth 2. That's a possibility, but I feel like he's going around because he was super strong in Earth 2.
I mean, he seemed a little shocked by the portal when we saw the flashback with him and Jay on the roof.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was just because he's never seen a portal like that before, or if he was just surprised that it was opening in general.
Maybe because it was a paradox portal.
Mm-hmm. Could be. But that Cisco's idea to slow him down with the turtle's powers is genius.
Yeah.
And what the fuck did Wells do to him?
He took out a chunk of his brain is what he did. He
just shoved this giant straw up the guy's nose that was attached to a gun.
Little tweezer.
Yeah.
It was a little chunk of pink as he ripped a part of his frontal lobe out. He lobotomized him. Whether he's alive or not is a super good question because I couldn't tell.
I don't want that. Get away. Stay out of my nose.
Yeah, no, he could still be alive.
I hope so.
Really.
I'm curious if that took his powers.
I don't think it might not have taken his powers, but I think with that piece of brain, Wells can replicate the power. I don't know how, and this also seems like he's done it before.
Right.
Which, actually, he probably has, because he went on that while he was doing it, in his head, it was his whole speech. Or no, he was saying it. He was saying it into the recorder.
Well, he was talking to his daughter.
The lengths that he would go to keep her safe.
Right.
He could be a terrible man to keep her safe.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hazard a guess that he's done it before.
See, but then he has that heart-to-heart with Barry, and I'm just like, what?
Because he knows. Because he knows. It's happening to him right now. Zoom knew who he cared about, who he lived for. He's warning Barry.
Yeah. Now, you don't think Wells knows that who Zoom's identity is?
I do not. No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Because I feel like that would, if he knew, that would have been something he would have shared when he was trying to betray Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And since he didn't back then, leads me to believe that he doesn't know.
Right.
Man, I don't know. It's all scary. Scary on all fronts.
It is. It is.
And a big part of this episode was Patty.
It was. It was.
And 3 times Barry came this close to just saying, I'm the Flash. Surprise! That explains a lot, right? No, it didn't. Just like Barry, that story you started telling, you should probably finish it now. Before she gets kidnapped. Probably be a good time.
I didn't want him to tell her. Too many people know. Too many people know. Do you know how many people know about Barry's secret identity? It's not really a secret anymore. You have all 50 people on Team Flash. You have all 1,000 people on Team Arrow. Everybody knows. Everybody.
Yeah.
He's just like strolling down the street in Arrow with his mask off, and just be like, "Hey guys, can I get a coffee?" It's like everybody down there knows.
And then, you know, doesn't help that
The whole League of Assassins knows.
Out. Well, the League of Assassins know a lot. Like, it's not just Barry.
Still.
They know a lot about a lot of things.
Still.
Yeah. No, you're right. I just, all this season, Patty's done nothing but prove that she would be a very, very valuable asset to Team Flash.
Yeah, I agree. Even Cisco jumped at, yeah, let's get her on board. She'd be perfect.
Yeah. I like that. They're like, do you think it's a good idea to bring your girlfriend on this mission? You want him to maybe rethink this plan?
Seeing her walk in that dress, I was like, wow. I did not expect that out of you, Patty.
Where are you hiding that gun? She pulled it out of her purse, right?
I think.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
I think either that or she had a leg strap in her short miniskirt.
And it was not a miniskirt.
I didn't really see the length of the dress, so.
It was floor.
Oh, okay.
It was a floor length.
So it was hidden in the slit.
But yeah, oh god, it's like I want to just hit Barry in the head.
Did you?
Okay, not finishing the story is one thing, but saying I gotta go.
Yeah, that was a little.
Not any heads up, it's like, oh my god, Barry, what are you doing?
All he had to do was be like, "I'm the Flash, I gotta go," and just run, and like that's it.
What?
Yeah, like that would have been a better explanation than just leaving her there with no explanation.
Yeah.
You know, but.
Oh, you're right.
Was I the only one that was watching the scene and was singing Sia Chandelier while it was falling?
Singing what?
Sia?
Oh.
That song Chandelier?
Oh, I don't know that song.
You know that song. Want to swing from the chandelier? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. You know,
nope.
you'd know it if you heard it.
Okay.
You would. I'll play it for you after the show.
Sure.
I was singing it the whole time. It was just playing in my head.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else about Patty, but I forget. She's leaving! She left. She's going to Midway City University, which is the home of Hawkman. Hawkwoman in the comics. So maybe potential other crossovers with Patty?
Could be. Maybe she'll hook up with Hawkman.
Pretty sure Hawkman is like all in on Hawkgirl, you know?
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
Pretty sure he's just into that.
Yeah? I don't know. What if Hawkgirl leaves him for Cisco?
I want so bad for that to happen.
Then Hawkman's, fair game with Patty.
Yeah, but okay. The Hawkman I know, no matter what, Hawkgirl, Hawkwoman, whatever version of her, whatever she's doing, he's just like sitting in the corner, like watching her. Like he's always into her. Like no matter what's going on, he's just like, I can wait.
Would you say he's watching her like a hawk?
Yeah. I would say that. But no, he's always just very, very obsessive of her. So yeah. even if she went out, was a thing with Cisco again, he would be like, I can wait, with like the crazy eyes.
Yeah. I guess.
What were we talking about?
Patty. And Hawkman sitting in a tree.
Yeah.
Eating mice.
Yeah, so I mean that's Patty.
I
wonder how Joe's gonna take it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because he already made the joke to Barry and Iris about them going through his partners. Earlier in the season. Yeah.
See, I'm actually kind of upset with this episode for one reason.
What?
I loved everything in this episode, but There's zero setup for Legends of Tomorrow. Like, anything. Like, that last scene with the reverse flash was incredible. I would have rather saw Rip Hunter.
But that's a Legends of Tomorrow thing.
I'm well aware. I'm well aware, but if you just showed Rip Hunter, like, just walking down the street, and that's it, you know, and you're just like, oh my god, who is that? And then you go and watch Legends of Tomorrow later, and you're like, oh, okay, it's connected, you know, it's just, like, these are connected. And so we have The Flash this week, we have Arrow the night after, and Legends of Tomorrow the night after that. And I'm going to expect now Arrow to not do anything with Legends of Tomorrow because Flash didn't.
Yeah. I would also expect that.
And then when I'm watching Legends of Tomorrow, I'm just going to be like, I really wish that they promoted this a little bit better, because I feel like me watching, right, because I don't watch on TV, so I'm not sitting there watching the commercials and everything in between. But if you're somebody that's watching this on like Hulu, you know, or something like that, you don't know Legends of Tomorrow is coming. You don't. That's why I wanted some crossover in the episode. To be like, oh, what's going on? And then, like, you know, because not everybody is sitting there researching on the internet being like, oh my god, this other show is coming out and this and the... Like, my friend Kate, she's in love with this show, Arrow. She can't wait for Legends of Tomorrow. She just started Supergirl. She caught up in less than a week. And Once Upon a Time is her other favorite show. She watches all of it on Hulu or any of their streaming services. She does not own cable TV. So she didn't even know Legends of Tomorrow was a thing until I told her. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm just disappointed that there's no mention for potential crossover, like, room, just to be like, it's coming, you know? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like what you're talking about would be weird and forced.
Really? I mean,
having Rip Hunter for no fucking reason
if it's the after credit scene, you know, which is what Eobard was, then I think it would be okay, as long as it wasn't like in the middle of the episode.
Flesh has its own story to tell.
Yeah, but Barry's going to be on the first episode.
Yeah.
That's just the weird thing, is like the TV show right now. I'm curious. I can't wait to see how this plays out, because we have Barry going through whatever he's going through here. Then he's going to disappear over onto Legends of Tomorrow for the pilot. And then he's going to go back to the Flash. Like, where is that? How are they going to mention that? There's no, like, I don't know. Because almost...
Well, we've seen those slight inconsistencies with the crossovers already.
Right, and that's what's aggravating.
When in the middle of this shit that Barry was doing, you know, when Team Arrow was locked up in Non-Depart Bot, and he just shows up, it's like, oh, did you have the time to do that? I don't think so.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that's going to happen.
Right.
But...
You know, like, they're going to have to explain on some point on The Flash where... you know, some of these characters are going, you know? Because we're losing almost half the cast.
What?
The Doctor, what's his name? Firestorm?
Yeah, he's already gone. They already went to Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, they're already not around.
And...
Barry's not going to be gone for
Captain Cold?
What is Captain Cold up to now? Isn't he locked up? Is he back in jail?
I thought he escaped.
Where are you? I don't remember.
You know, and then his counterpart, who's the other guy?
Heat something.
Heatwave.
He ran away. He stole their money and ran away.
Right, but he's gonna be over there now.
Yeah.
And
but Dom, these are not characters that are on the show every week.
They were.
No.
The Doctor was, anyway, for a while.
Yeah, for a while. But he's already gone off.
Yeah, and I have to reserve judgment, which we'll talk about on tomorrow's podcast, for where, you know, the Atom and all that is going. Atom kind of, his story based on what is going on Arrow, I don't want to ruin anything, but what's going on Arrow actually makes sense. Like, I could see where that's going to go, so that's a little more reasonable to me. But it's like Arrow, it just seems like the rug is getting pulled out from under it to me. Where Arrow Flash is getting the
Flash
rug.
has the rug pulled out.
Yeah, and
But
Arrow's more collected and knows where it's going with it.
Well, I mean, like I said, the Firestorm, they went to Chicago. We know that already. They're doing their thing in Chicago. Yeah, Cole, I cannot remember where you went.
At the same token, it depends on how Legends of Tomorrow begins, because we know Rip Hunter is going to meet with Barry and the Flash to assemble this team. He's going to go to them first, and that's why I was saying have Rip Hunter be on the Flash, because we know he's going to meet the Flash. He's going to talk to him before Firestorm and all these other people. Like, he's going to talk to Barry and Ollie. So to have Rip Hunter just go see Barry at the end, anything, just walk into Star Labs or something, I don't know, because I don't know how Legends is going to start. I was just hoping for something like that. That's all.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little more contained than that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm gonna, because it's a reality. Contracts and having to pay someone for being on an extra episode of a different show.
Yeah, I get that.
Especially someone like Arthur Darvill, who is,
That's
while
true.
not extremely famous, pretty nerd famous, very nerd famous.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So
they could have got away with just his clothing without showing him, and just walking back way, have a stand-in actor and not actually show his face.
Yeah,
they could have done something.
I think the Eobard scene.
Oh, it was definitely great. It was powerful. I loved it.
Also, to the Flash has a bit more weight than just something that's like.
Right. No. I'm saying yes, that would be great, but still, the week of Legends, I felt gypped. That's all.
Yes. No. I understand.
So.
Yeah. I think what happened is the setup was a little too far in advance. Because it was 2 episodes ago was the...
Yeah. Legends of Today, and yeah. That was the Hawk episodes. But the other thing that I'm worried about with Legends of Tomorrow is the pilot is split into 2. It's part 1 and part 2. Yeah. And it's not on at the same night. It's separated by 2 weeks. So we have pilot part 1 this week, pilot part 2 next week. So it's like whatever story is being told, how is Barry gonna go in and out? And I know there's time travel involved, so I'm pretty sure they're going to the future in the first episode or something, based on the trailer that we saw originally forever ago. It looks like they go into the future in that episode, so they could self-contain Barry whatever for 2 weeks in that episode and not really have it matter, because time travel will send him back before. I don't know. It's gonna be weird, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they'll manage.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think that Barry and Ollie are gonna play that big of a part.
Yeah, but they are in the pilot, so
yeah.
That's all I know. So I don't know if that means they're in both pilot part 1 and part 2, but I mean, we'll see.
You got anything else to say about this episode, Dom?
No, I'm just really looking forward to Legends tomorrow.
Me too. Where can the people find you, Dom?
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
And you can find me pretty much everywhere at Cleomoto. Socials, Twitches, things like that. You can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, right here on YouTube. When you do the outros, it makes me want to cough and say MySpace. I might just start doing that to focus.
I like it.
ASOTV Podcast. Follow us on YouTube and watch our podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. That one got away from me. Until next week or tomorrow or Monday or whenever the fuck you watch us. So, bye-bye.
In the future, in the past, you may have already watched this episode before we finished recording it. Who knows?